Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdurrahim Rahman. I am student from UNISEL. Today I want to talk about one book. Its name is Apa Khabar Depresi, written by Dr. Sakinah Saleh. She is a senior lecturer from UFSI. She has a PhD in psychology and counseling from UIA. So what she discussed in this book is super important to us. From World Health Organization (WHO) show stat a woman and girl has a highest depression compared to men. So this is super important conversation for us to have. So the title, How Are You? We probably hear that a million times a day, but this book is not asking in that casual, walking down the hallway kind of way. This question is for you, from you. It's like the book is asking you to pause, look yourself in the eyes, and be totally honest for a second. Hey girl, how are you really? What actually going on in that beautiful mind of yours? It's the first step to a real self-care check-in. Why this is so important? You know how sometimes we put on a happy face even when we feel like we're falling apart inside. It's exhausting. This book is like a permission slip to stop pretending. It gives you the courage to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I'm not okay today, and that's not weak. It's incredibly brave. It helps you untangible all those confusing feelings. You can finally understand what's going on and start your healing journey. If you have that one negative thought that just play on a loop in your head, like playing an embarrassing moment over and over, or telling yourself you're not good enough, it's the worst and it's totally drain your energy. Dr. Sakinah advice is like giving your brain a delete button, but for all that mental spam, she teach you how to catch the toxic thoughts and gently kick them out, making more room for confidence, peace, and good vibes. Think of this book as your own personal hype. It's not about making huge, scary change. Instead, it filled with small, easy baby steps to help you build your inner strength one day at a time. It's your guide to a mental and spiritual grow up, helping you find the amazing confidence that already inside you and teaching you how to be your own biggest supporter, especially on the tough day. Okay, this is what makes this book so special. It's taking care of our mind with our faith with such beautiful way. It's a reminder that self-care is a huge part of our deen. When life gets overwhelming, we can find calm and strength through prayer, zikr, and just trusting in Allah's plans. It's like plugging into the ultimate source of peace and love, a safe space in your heart that no one can ever take away. There's a quote in the book that is just so real. The heaviest thing you will ever carry is your own tongue. I repeat it. The heaviest thing you will ever carry is your own tongue. Whoa, right. It's so true. Our biggest battle are the one nobody else sees, the one fought right inside our own minds. This book basically our training manual to win that battle, to become the boss of our thought and switch from chaos mode to calm mode. We all have that feeling, right? Someday, our mental energy is like already 1%, and we feel so tired, although we did not do anything. It's like so this book totally get that. It's like a charger for your soul, showing you how to rest and refuel when you're feeling completely drained. How to be an amazing friend. This book is not just about you. It's about your squad too. It helps you become that amazing friend who really sees when someone is struggling behind their smile. It gives you the tool to be a safe space for your besties and support them in a way that truly helps. Okay, let me be clear. Let me be clear. This book is not about suffering. It's not about sad story. It's about powerful book. It's a beautiful reminder that even when you feel like you're stuck in the dark, there is always a light ahead. It does not just tell you there a way out, it helps you, show you the path. So the pressure is real, right? Juggling school, tuition, friend, family expectation, and trying to have a life is a lot. This book is your survival guide to managing it all without burning out. It packed with simple, practical tips to keep your cool when life feels overwhelming. A clear statement from this book is, it's one of the bravest things you can do. Being vulnerable is a superpower. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. It also reminds us that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. So, ask help. How are you? So, in this book, it states clearly the importance of zikir and faith to Allah. It a medicine for the soul. It a powerful tool that can calm an anxious heart and give your spirit strength when you feel weak. It's your direct line to peace. So this book is filled with short, inspiring stories from real people who have been there. Reading them, feel like getting advice from an older sister. This book is not just about tip or guide. Talk about psychology or counseling. It's not just about that. You can read a story about other people from a true story. So the best skill this book teach you is how to become a tough detective, how to scan our thought to different with a good thought or bad thought, so we will become more hopeful and kind. So this book clearly states that this journey is not one-step journey. It's a step-by-step. It's not one way out or just finish truth like that. It's step-by-step process. So we can get a huge victory that lead you closer to your own light. Right? If you have that thought, that one negative thought that just play on a loop in your head, like playing an embarrassing moment over and over, or telling yourself you're not good enough, it's the worst and it's totally drain your energy. Dr. Sakina advice is like giving your brain a delete button, but for all that mental spam, she teach you how to catch the toxic thoughts and gently kick them out, making more room for confidence, peace and good vibes. So, who should read this book? Honestly, everyone. If you have a heart and you have a feeling, this book is for you. It's for us as students, for our parents who want to understand us better, and for anyone who want to be a more compassionate human being. And where is to get your copy? How to get the book? If you're excited to read it, you can find this gem at major bookstore like MPH or Kinokuniya. Or if you love online shopping, just search for it on Shopee and Lazada. Add to cart. But me myself, I got it from Google Play Book. To wrap it all up, I truly hope this book can become a new best friend for your soul. Let's make a pact to be kinder to ourselves, braver with our feelings, and gentler with each other's heart. Let's start the conversation that's really matter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Khairul Anwar bin Yahya. I'm a student at UNICEL. Today I want to share a book that can really give students like us new energy. The title is Motivation Alihan Pelajar by Dr. Tengku Ismaili, a famous motivational speaker in Malaysia. What is alihan? So, what does alihan means? Simple. It's a transitional or a change, like moving from primary to secondary school, from high school to university, or for lazy mood to serious about the full. Ame's story. Meet Ame. He just finished SPM with good result, but he confused. Should he choose matriculation, foundation, or diploma? This is what we call the transition moment. Only seeing option, Ame see many options, but he's too scared to choose. It's like standing in front of many doors, but not opening any. He just waits. Wasting opportunities. His friend Badrul did not do well in exam. He felt hopeless and think he's not good enough. He gave up and wasted his time. That's how some students. This book teaches us another be like Amir or Badrul. Instead, it's full of creative opportunities. We can better be actually the one in real life creates opportunities. This is not insert images. Find strategic like success in not only about grades, but confidence about how we think and deal with facing challenge. So from parent or friend. One key message: success not only about grades. It's about how we think and act when facing challenge. It's perfect for students, especially from 3, from 5, or just starting university. Parents can also give it as a meaningful gift.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Azrim bin Roslan, study at UNICEL Bestari Jaya. Today, I'm sharing an inspiring book titled Ubah Lelah Jadi Lillah, which means turn weariness into worship. It's written by Dewi Suriknyo and published by PTS in 2020. The author Dewi Suriknyo writes a motivational book that connects everybody's life with Islamic value. He speaks in a warm, encouraging voice, like a caring mentor, reminding young Muslim women that every challenge can be transformed into spiritual growth. As female students, we juggle many roles: lecturers, projects, family expectations, maybe even part-time work. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and exhausted, and sometimes we forget to nurture our own heart and relationship with Allah. Lelah into something for Allah, lillah, when every effort is made with sincere attention. Your studies, your chorus, even your sleepless nights become acts of worship. Islam teaches that the value of our action depends on your niyyah, our intention. Two friends may both study late a night. One gains only grades, that other gains both knowledge and Allah pleasure. Simple because she intended it for his sake. The author shares 4 guiding principles. Give every action a clear purpose. Seek barakah, our blessing, in every effort. Strive to benefit others. Begin everything with a sincere lillah intention. Before starting an assignment or project, pause and ask, why am I doing this? If your answer includes serving Allah or helping His creation, your work gains deeper meaning beyond grades. As students, we can share notes, tutor friend, or simple encourage a classmate. The Prophet Muhammad said, the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others. Even a kind smile in the hallway counts. Whether cooking for your family during holiday or prepare a group presentation, start with the intention lillah for Allah to transform ordinary effort into worship. Your revision season, your late night readings, all can be ibadah if you remember Allah and dedicate your effort to see knowledge for His sake. When stress and daily-ness feel heavy, remember Allah see every sacrifice, even a teachers. Our friend don't notice your sincere effort they never wasted. Many of us balance studies with helping at home or caring for younger siblings. The book reminds us it's possible to success academically with keeping prayer, family time, and spiritual health in balance. Take moments to ask yourself, may daily action bringing me closer to Allah? If not, how can I really rely my attention, perhaps with a short prayer or zikr before starting work? No act is too small if done for Allah. Even tying your dorm room or comforting a friend who is stressed can become a deed or worship. Grades and awards are temporary, but action done lillah for Allah earns rewards that last forever, giving deeper meaning to ever late night studies. The author suggests simple habits. Start your day with Bismillah, set a clear intention before every class, and end the day with a short reflection hour prayer. The author suggests simple habits. Reading Ubah Lelah Jadi Lillah feel like having a sisterly friend whispering gentle reminders. Your hard work is seen, your effort is valued, and Allah rewards every moment spent sincerely. As young women, society often measure us by grades or looks. This book reminds us that what truly matters is not how we appear, but for whom we strive. To conclude, Ubah Lelah Jadi Lillah teaches that every ounce of our awareness, every project, every core can be worship if we begin with sincere intention. Sister, let's turn our daily struggles into step toward Allah. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.